How's everybody doing this afternoon? Well, I just got home from work a little while ago and decided I'd come home and make a video. I had a comment on one of them that wanted me to show my setups, what I use and stuff. And so here you go. This is one of the 3 reels that I use the most often. It's a Catfish Pro. It's the same thing as a Pro Rocket. There's no difference in them whatsoever inside. Now, I mean, the outside's painted a little different, got a catfish on it. It's a Pro Rocket with a catfish on it, basically what it is. It does have the spool tensioner on both sides. This one is a 5:3:1 gear ratio. These things will flat cast straight out of the factory. But the thing I don't like about them straight out of the factory is they put a lot of grease in there. More grease than what they need, and it does slow them down a little bit. They do feel smooth and they do throw good. But I take these things apart when I buy them brand new. Take the grease off, clean them out real good. I put oil back where most of the grease is at. I put very, very little grease on any of my reels. They seem like they throw better, they last a little longer as far as having to go back through them and clean them. But this right here is a Catfish Pro Rocket's what it is, and it's on a 10-foot Penn Prevail 2 rod with a slip float. And I got there's a 12-inch float on this with an ounce of weight. And I got 2 corkies. You can go back to some of my other videos and watch them. And I'll explain why I use 2 corkies. I like the corkies. I like 2 of them. You can see them better. And it's got an 8-aught Catfish, Team Catfish circle hook. Now, this is a double action circle hook. And I've got some other videos explaining all that. But the double action is bent away from the shank. And you can jerk these. Some of the regular circle hooks, you can't jerk them because you'll miss more fish if you jerk them. These, I jerk them every time, and I catch a lot of fish on these hooks. So, like I told everybody in the videos in the past that I've made, you know, this don't mean it's the right way, don't mean it's the wrong way, don't mean it's any way, it's my way. But this is one of them that I definitely use all the time, constantly. This is another one that I use. It is a TGC 6000C. Okay, it's a maroon ambassador. It's made in Sweden. I don't like none of that China stuff. The ambassador's starting to make stuff in China. Well, they're not making it, but they're producing it over and putting it together and all that stuff in China. If I'm going to buy an ambassador, I want it from Sweden. This is also on a 10-foot Prevail rod with a slip float. Most of the time, that's all I use is slip float. I can fish on the bottom with a slip float, or I can float with a slip float. So that's what I use. The line on here is that Whisker Seeker 40-pound test line. I am strongly a firm believer in this line. I love this line. I have reeled in a lot of fish that's given me a lot of fight with this line. So, you know, and there's nothing been done to this reel whatsoever right now. It is completely stock. I haven't upgraded the bearings or nothing. Now, for this last one that I got, these are the 3 main poles that I use all the time. This one is a 6-star ambassador. It's a 6000 basically bait clicker. It's a 6000 original. It's a 6-star original. Seems like the originals, and I don't know why, they look the same inside and everything, but it seems like if they got original on the ambassador, they're a smoother reel, they work better. This is hands down my favorite reel and pole combo that I got. It's on a Battalion 2, Penn Battalion 2. It's also 10 foot. I don't know why this is neither, but I have caught more fish, a lot bigger fish, on this rod and reel than I have any of my others. And like I said, I don't know why that is. They're pretty much set up the same. This one I have redone. It has the speed bearings in it. I redid all the bearings in it. It has the extra bearings. This is just hands down my favorite. This is, if I had a pole that I would have to say is my luckiest pole, this is my luckiest pole. I catch more fish on that every time I go than I do all the rest of them combined. And I mean, if you fish very much, you probably got a pole that does the same thing. But it will probably outthrow, or it'll throw with the Catfish Pro. I can probably outthrow the Catfish Pro with this, but this is hands down my favorite one. And I just wanted to do that because, like I said, I got a comment of somebody wanting me to go through and tell them what I used, and you know, my setups that I use and everything. Now on this particular Poe, it does have a 7/0 hook. I'll use a 7. I'll use a 6, 7, or 8/0 hook. It's the same hook. It's just a double action circle hook. It's a 7/0. I think this one right here is a Whisker Seeker 7/0 double action hook, which they're basically the same thing. It's got an ounce of weight, a 12-inch floater, 2 corkies, and of course it's got the Whisker Seeker 40-pound test mono. The braid, I really don't care a lot for the braid, but that's for another video. But I thank y'all, and I just want to let y'all know what I was using as setups. Thank you.